You know what I was just thinking about being an ENTP is that if you ever try to stop and like think about what am I saying or am I going to explain it, ruins all the fun. All the fun's gone because an ENTP isn't sitting around like talking if she's not talking to somebody. You know, an ENTP is not like sitting around all day blah 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 like blabbing at the walls. You know, she's talking in her head all the time, or he or whatever. There's always like a script going in the head, but that doesn't even, you don't even notice it, you know. So when an ENTP starts to talk, you are hearing exactly undiluted what is going on in here. It's just that they're saying it on the outside. And so the fun of it is like saying it on the outside, you literally forget who you're talking to because you are so inside of your thought, you know, your train of thought, that you try to make your mouth move with your train of thought, but it doesn't really work that well, you know, and you don't need to bridge the gap between anything that makes sense, because in your mind, you're lily pad skipping, like my video says ENTPs are so good at. We don't need to say things out loud so that we can connect the dots. So because we don't need to, our mind's going like this, our mouth can hardly keep up in the first place. It can't keep up, you know, but because we get what we're saying, and TE users, extroverted thinking users, need to be able to think out loud, to say things out loud so they can comprehend them, you know. Okay, if I'm saying this, then I can see the sequence. TI users, we don't need to do that, you know, where it's just going like, you know, like you're skipping a rock. That's what's going on in our head. So that's what comes out of our mouth. It is undiluted stream of consciousness. That's what an ENTP does. Undiluted, out loud stream of consciousness. There's probably a lot of undiluted stream of consciousness going on with the intuitive types. But yeah, so this is, and you're just seeing exactly as it happens, but there's a delay. Because really, our mind's already way, you know, it's like you stop, you can't even do it. So anyway, if you stop to try to think about what you're saying or how to get it across or how to explain it, that's why I have to edit my videos, to try to like piece my thoughts together so that at least if you're not an ENTP or somebody who's a like, you know, an intuitive dominant, NIDOM they call it, or I don't know what they call it. If intuition isn't in your top couple of functions there, which they can only, you won't need me to be like breaking my videos up and piecing them all back together like a jigsaw puzzle, you know. But everybody else in the MBTI who might be watching this, that I do that so that it will make sense to the general, and it's a pain in the ass too. I hate doing it. I would rather do this the whole time, but I know there's like a very small segment of the population that will have the patience to even watch the ones that I put together like a jigsaw puzzle. So like even smaller are the ones that will actually be able to follow what I can't even speak out of my mouth. So, and it takes all the fun away. It does. It's almost like once I start talking, and then when I get done talking, I'm like, woo, that was like going on a ride. Like, I can't even believe I come up with the stuff I come up with sometimes. But once you start talking, once your brain is on that track, you're off to the races, you know, and it's so much fun. But you wouldn't do it unless you had a reason to do it. Like I said, I'm not standing around here talking to nobody. I'm doing it because I have a reason to it. If I've been thinking about a topic, something's going on in my head, you know, I really want to talk about it, and I have some people that I think might want to hear about it, then that's my reason to do it. Otherwise, and if there's somebody here talking with me, it'd be a fucking blast, like an INTP. You know, we would have a great time with this. They get it. The INTP understands the crazy. So do often INFJs, INFPs, ENFPs are going to understand. ENTJs are not effing going to understand.